My name is Nate Goodmestad, and this is my thesis, Archaeology and Algorithms. In this project, I aim to explore the possibilities associated with the data center building archetype, begging the question, who or what is the site designed for, and how does it change with the passing of time? The site I've chosen is located on the northwestern edge of San Diego County on the San Onofre Bluff, the San Onofre Nuclear Generating Station. The site has a detailed history from Kumeyaay inhabitants, agricultural communities, suburban development, surfing, and more recently, military occupation. As the attack on Pearl Harbor raised concerns about coastal security throughout the United States, in 1942 the government acquired approximately 120,000 acres of land in Southern California to bolster defense. In 1964, Edison Power was commissioned to build a nuclear reactor on the San Onofre Bluff, which failed miserably and has been in the process of decommissioning since 1992. My project began as a search to give the site new meaning, and looking to the rich surf culture of nearby trestles and the San Onofre State Beach, I sought to design a project upon which the surf community could thrive within and enjoy. As I began researching, it became clear to me that the surf community itself didn't want a project like this, and actually didn't mind the deterring presence of nuclear energy. The containment units, or San Onofre domes, of the nuclear plant are iconic sculptures to many residents of Southern California. They represent the questionable existence of nuclear energy on our delicate coastlines, and although designed to contain any mishaps that occur within the generator, they serve as shameless camouflage. The data center has historically been given the same sort of treatment, although the main difference is that the camouflage of a data center is often so good, many people are not even aware they exist. Professor Schaefer actually wrote a really fascinating article for Cartha magazine on this topic, describing the data center as a black box that minimizes what can be deciphered from the outside. What I set out to achieve with my design intervention was the physical juxtaposition of three worlds: the ubiquitous framework of data, everyday human life, and nature. My plan was to keep the iconic San Onofre domes with walls approximately 4 feet thick and 170 feet tall, and cut into them a combination of public spaces and data center housing. Here we see a more cut-out exploded diagram of the facilities to give you a better idea as to how they are organized. From each unit or dome, I cut a substantial section or slice of its structure away, repurposing some of the smaller pieces from the cut as alcoves. The alcoves are 8 to 10 foot tall sections of the dome scattered about the ground level of the site for shade, sitting space, and vegetation growth. Aside from surfing, San Onofre State Beach is home to many different recreational activities that are typical to the public park setting. The removal of nuclear waste from the site alone will allow people to tread without fear on the beach and welcome them to explore the framework of the data center without forcing any specific narrative or function. My design is a place that represents the inadequacies of nuclear energy and exposes the data center through those ruins. Moving on to the sections, I really wanted to illustrate the massive scale of these structures as well as reveal the ways in which I altered them to fit the use case. The first major consideration I had to make was cutting enough of the original structure away to allow substantial light on their interiors, but also keep enough of the original shape so as to not take away from the monumental existence of the domes. Like I said, there is not a specific program for humans' relationship with this project, and I see it as more of a park than anything else. Something that I want to make sure to highlight is the integration of nature on the site, which I view as being no different than my approach to recreational integration. Aside from planting trees and adding alcoves, sunlight, and shade for additional growth and inhabitation, I minimize my footprint on the site and invite the natural environment to use the project as it pleases, just as humans would. A major theme in the design of this project is that of evolution, as I hope to create not a final product, but a framework upon which a future can be built. Looking to the future, hopefully not too far ahead, I see this site having massive potential for becoming part of a global decentralized internet. In the event of mass adoption, blockchain technology would have the ability to decentralize the world's data by basically handing everyone that is a part of the network a copy of it. Developers on the blockchain would have the ability to create decentralized applications that would be free from the control of a central entity such as a bank in the case of finance or internet service provider in the case of websites. This is not future technology, and it's basically ready to be implemented today in the cases of Bitcoin and Ethereum. The issue, which has recently come into the public eye, is the lack of sustainable energy in the world to power these massive nodes and mines. The project I've designed could shift from more hypothetical exploration of the data center to being an integral part in the sustainable global decentralized internet, with the addition of solar panels in the eastern Pendleton Hills. This part of my project is something that I find particularly interesting and deserving of further exploration in future studies, as I believe the role of buildings designed strictly for the non-human will change significantly in the years to come. Thank you.